John worked part-time at a pizza shop during his college days. One night, as he was about to finish his shift and head home, the pizza shop's phone rang. On the other end, a man with a strange, semi-whispered voice placed an order. Initially, John thought of refusing the order since the shop was already closed. However, when the man ordered 4 large pizzas, John decided to take it, as large orders often came with a good tip, and John needed the money. John quickly packed the pizzas and set out for delivery. The address was on the outskirts of town, where the roads were deserted and dark. After a while, John arrived at an old, peculiar house. No lights were on, and the area was eerily silent. John tried calling his manager, but the phone went unanswered. Fearing that his manager would be furious and deduct his salary if he returned without delivering the pizzas, John mustered his courage and decided to make the delivery. He rang the doorbell and announced the pizza delivery, but no one answered. After waiting a while, he rang the bell again and heard footsteps from inside. The door opened on its own, and John saw a dim light in the hall, but no one was there. Just then, John noticed a cat darting around in the hall. Thinking it might be a prank, he went into the room where he saw 2 young girls sitting. The girls stared at him oddly and remained silent. John asked if they could take the pizzas and if there was an adult he could get payment from. But the girls remained silent. Suddenly, the girls' eyes turned white, and their silence turned into a sinister laughter. They pointed towards the door behind John. When John turned around, he was horrified to see the pizza boxes fall from his hands, and a horrifying smell filled the air. Trembling with fear, John fled towards his bike, but found it had a flat tire. He called the police in panic and requested urgent help. As he looked around, he saw the ghostly figures of the woman and the 2 girls appearing in his bike's rearview mirror, slowly approaching him. John abandoned his bike and ran into the woods, eventually hiding behind a large tree, praying for his life. He heard the distant sound of police sirens and mustered the last of his courage to return to his bike. When he reached it, he saw the police investigating it. He told them everything and led them to the house. The police investigated the house but found only a wild cat inside. The next morning, John learned that the house had been empty for the past 2 to 3 years. 3 years ago, a woman and her 2 young daughters had lived there and were mysteriously murdered. Realizing this, John's shock was immense. He understood that the figures he saw were the spirits of the woman and her daughters. After this incident, John quit his pizza delivery job, but the memories of that night continued to haunt him.